We're about to start our day. We're going to go get our ATV right now to go tour the island. So that should be a lot of fun. Audrey, is it an ATV or is it a buggy?
ATV.
It's ATV. Although we love the white and blue, when you see a little color, it looks nice.
Maybe because it looks like Caribbean inspired a little bit.
A little bit. I would say Venice.
Okay.
Venetian.
If we want to stay Europe, if we want to stay in Europe, sure.
So we're right by Motor Inn Rental System, which is one of the main ATV rentals. I think it's actually the oldest one in Kamari, and maybe the island.
So that makes it very reputable.
It's very reputable. And so that's where we're going to be renting. So we're back at our unit. It just started raining. We had to grab some coats and some long sleeve shirts, and now it's really starting to rain. So we literally just got this bike, and now it's starting to rain, and it looks kind of awful that way.
It's raining really bad. WTF?
You and I are gonna do this together. Hold your head up, 'cause you know that we'll make it. Nothing in my way.
There's a storm approaching, and we're trying to be storm chasers and run away from the storm.
Not a storm chaser.
Yeah, it is.
Storm chasers.
We're trying to be anti-storm chasers and run away from the upcoming storm. It's right behind us.
So break it.
We're in Vigli, and there is a wedding going on today, and it looks very nice and romantic, especially from this perspective. But don't tell the bride that behind us is the nastiest storm you could ever imagine.
Blackest sky you'll ever see.
You and I are gonna do this together.
Right here is the thinnest
Section.
section of Santorini. Right here, you can see it.
So there's a cliff right behind us, and then there's a cliff this way. Are you nervous about the storm?
It's getting closer and closer. We're gonna get caught in it eventually, so we have to find a good place to take shelter.
Our whole itinerary was based on going south, all in the southern part of the island. And now we keep heading closer and closer to the northern section towards Ia, and then eventually we run on the land to try to outrun this storm.
Oh yeah, we weren't even supposed to go this way, were we?
No. Everything, we have this huge itinerary full of maps, full of all these different places that we wanted to go see. Red Beach, the lighthouse,
The highest point of the island.
Ekateri. You're riding today with Fat Ass Tours. We got our ATV and we're hitting the road.
The model in this TV show isn't very beautiful and skinny. She's very fat.
But she's having a great time on our Fat Ass Tours, where you will never walk, we guarantee it. If you walk, you get your money back. If you get any kind of exercise, you will be fully refunded. All you will get on our tour is possibly diabetes and a heart attack from eating too much.
Check out all this volcanic ash.
Angelina Jolie's house is right here behind me. We're gonna go ring the doorbell.
This is called ringing Angelina Jolie's house's doorbell.
Some of you may not know that Angelina Jolie has a house here. And it's actually right behind, it's right in front of me. And you can't see anything, you barely can come up to it, because they have this huge gated fence.
Wall.
Or, as we like to call it, a wall.
And there is no barrier high enough to protect from such disorder and desperation.
And yet her mansion here behind me has this big, beautiful wall. So we can't even see it.
Hey, Jolie on the mailbox. It says Jolie on the mailbox. Just joking.
Is what's her name home? Is Angelina home?
Ding dong. Funny how the celebrities and global elite can always hide behind their walls. But us common folk, no. No walls allowed. So anybody who likes the pop culture stuff like we do, just FYI, I guess Angelina Jolie filmed the first couple minutes of Tomb Raider here in Santorini, like the wedding scene or something. So
She fell in love with it.
just like she does every other place in the world where she makes a movie, she thinks she deserves land and property there. Whether it's Cambodia, France, Italy, Santorini, she thinks she deserves, her ass deserves a piece of property there. So hence the reason why she has a house here.
This is Fat Ass Tours and we're doing off-road today. Let's go! The southern end of the island looks clear again, so I think we can start heading back. So we can go get some food on this other, a lot cheaper.
Nothing in my way can stop this or break it.
Here's exactly what you need to know before you watch the following clip.
1.
We found the lamb. 2, we asked the man in the restaurant if we could sit inside. He said no. We asked the woman if we could sit inside. She said yes.
Number 3.
We're getting 2 completely different statements on whether we can sit inside this restaurant or not.
Number 4.
We communicate to the manager that we're getting 2 different conflicting arguments on whether we can eat in this restaurant or not, and basically tell him that there needs to be better cross-training on the staff because we have 2 different arguments being told on whether we can eat inside or not.
Number 5.
He asked us if we wanted our money back, and of course we said yes. The year was so small, he was abusive to women, and we didn't appreciate his nasty attitude. He doesn't know how to treat his staff, and he definitely does not know how to treat his customers.
Well said. We found the lamb gyros. Eureka!
What side?
This is Greek Taverna. What can I do? My tax is big. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right. The camera rolling. I am almost in tears because this man here was so rude to us. No. This is public. This is public. We were so excited to come to this restaurant because they had the lamb. We've been going a month trying to find it. And this man was so rude. He said, you can't sit down here. And he treated the woman so disrespectfully. She said, come sit down. You can sit down and eat. It's fine.
Very mean to women.
Very disrespectful to women and very disrespectful to his competitors. So all of our followers, pay attention because do not come to this restaurant.
And they were so bad and so rude that we said, here, take the euros back.
They gave us our money back because they didn't want our business. Don't come to this restaurant.
Horrible. And the euros was very small.
It wasn't
we were
even
very
worth
disappointed.
It was so rude. And I think it's not even that like he wanted us to leave. It was that he was like, that woman doesn't know anything. I'm the boss. Like treat women like shit.
So rude.
He must not be Greek.
And then after we got the euro, he took it, after we gave it back, he put it in a bag like he was going to sell it to somebody else. Did you notice that? That's disgusting. Like it was all crumpled, touched, and then he's just going to sell it to somebody else. And one person is telling us we can sit down, the other person is telling us no, we have to
Get
take it
out.
away. Yes. And so the woman was saying, no, you can sit down, stay, yeah. And then the manager was saying, no, you need to get out. I said, well, then you need to tell your staff what the hell the rules are, because I didn't say it like that. I said, you need to cross-train your staff, because one person is telling us one thing, another person is telling us another. So I said, then he got very sensitive that he's not doing his job properly.
And what's so funny is that in Greek mythology, when you have hubris, you have way too much pride. And so he is the perfect example of Greek
Pride.
Too much
Ruining
pride.
too
His
much
ego
pride.
got in the way.
Yep. Because of the weather today, we've seen nothing. All we did is end up at Euro's place.
I've seen the bottom of a wine glass thanks to that asshole. So the guy stressed us out at the last place so bad that we had to get some wine to get a little tension relief because he made me so angry. Well, we're back at our favorite Euro's place. We were here earlier.
What's the famous, your favorite Euro's place called?
Euro's place. I said to the guy, he's like, is it takeaway or or eat in? And I said, we'd really like to sit down and eat. He said, of course you're welcome. A much better Greek experience here in Santorini.
Everybody does the GoPro stick, but nobody gets into fights in restaurants. That's our niche. Very good deal here at Euro's place. €2, half carafe of white, Santorini dry wine, all for the beautiful price of €8.50.
Considering the other guy was €6 for two tiny sandwiches, this is a much better deal. Where the good stuff is.
Lucky for us and everyone else on the road, I'm driving today, which gives Audrey the opportunity to really enjoy herself.
That was all mud you just did. I'm yelling at Harry because he got our ATV all dirty when we were going through those puddles, and I said, "Stop it, I'm getting all dirty." But he just gave me a reality check when he says,
Rich kid problems. Oh, your legs got dirty on your ATV. Your life is so
"Oh,
hard.
your ATV's a little muddy."
I was just saying, why is Ia always sunny? And Audrey goes, it's because it's for the elite. That's where the elite are.
Only elite get the sun. All us common folk have to get the clouds. Have you learned anything by now, living in here in Santorini? So apparently we can only avoid the rain for so long here in Santorini. The rain is falling, our legs are soaking wet, and we were covered in mud.
I'm glad I wore a swimsuit today. Not for the beach, but just for the ATV. So we're back. We're gonna try and catch the remnants of a sunset. Basically, we got caught in that nasty storm. Our GoPro died. We didn't get any more footage. Came back, had some coffee, recharged the batteries,
You're forgetting to talk about the sewage.
and we went through this big puddle, and it was definitely sewage because it was flooding up through the ground,
Like this. Shh. Raw sewage. And it smelled like raw sewage.
and it smelled. And
And here's us.
we came home and took showers immediately.
Washed all our clothes. Did the best we could. Because who the hell wants to be sitting around in raw sewage?
I think the rain washed everything away though. So right now we're walking through the city of Pyrgos. It is way on the outskirts of the major tourist cities here in Santorini, even though Santorini is pretty small, okay? But it was highly recommended by some locals that we met. They said you have to go here, it's amazing, and it's just so authentic. You can see we're walking around at nighttime. There's nobody here.
It's like a quaint hill town. Quaint Greek hill town.
The views are spectacular.
We're gonna try to make it to the top.
Yep.
Okay. We had an amazing day out exploring
did.
Santorini. Renting an ATV is kind of like the thing to do around here. Everybody does it. It's because it's a great way to see the island. And we appreciate that the owner here let us return it after hours. So he's a great guy to work with. Highly recommend it.